Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. I'm Tom Keene with Paul Sweeney and Bloomberg's John Tucker.
Let's go back in time. History. The golden spike was driven at Promontory Summit, Utah, May 10th, 1869, completing the first transcontinental railroad in the U.S., marking the joining of Central Pacific and Union Pacific. Now we're going to do it again. The tie-up, the latest, poised to transform North American rail bearing Union Pacific's network across the western U.S. with Norfolk's East Coast routes. Union Pacific agreeing to acquire Norfolk Southern. This is a cash and stock transaction valued at $85 billion, forming a rail giant. Stands to be the industry's largest deal ever. It also would be the biggest merger M&A this year. Norfolk Southern shareholders receiving one Union Pacific share and $88.82 in cash for each Norfolk share. Union Pacific is going to issue 225 million shares to Norfolk Southern investors. That represents about 27% ownership in the combined company. They aim to close this deal, if regulators sign off on it, sometime in early 2027. We'll see if that actually happens.
This is from AI, folks, and we're using this more and more. John, to your great history there, the Big Seven, Class 1 railroads, 68% of freight, 88% of employees, and 94% of revenue.
Yep.
Good luck in Washington.
Yep.
Yeah, good luck. Let's transform this. Going on to Procter Gamble, they issued a wider range than usual for the annual sales outlook. So this kind of underscores the volatility of companies continuing to try to navigate even as the Trump administration begins to strike some of the trade deals. The maker of Tide detergent and Gillette razors expecting organic sales growth this year to range between flat to up to 4% versus the prior year, according to the company. This projection actually includes raising some prices. The top end of that range would be a faster pace of growth than the most recent fiscal year. I remember A.J. Lafley was in here once years ago, and he just loved the fact that people, when they squeezed their toothpaste, didn't get it all out. That there was some waste involved and they'd have to go back to the store.
I was arguably in 20 years, Lafley wrote the most usable business book I've ever seen. Just brilliant. Next.
This stock got crushed. Novo Nordisk named its head of international operations as the CEO after slumping weight loss drug sales. This led to a profit warning that wiped out $93 billion off its market cap. So this new appointment comes shortly after Novo slashed its financial forecast, predicting this year's sales will grow just 8 to 14%. The new CEO is Iranian-born with Austrian citizenship. He grew up in the U.S. and will start in his new role August 7th. The past CEOs at Novo have all been Danish and were intertwined with the company prior to taking over. Two were actually son-in-laws of previous company leaders. So this is a bit of a welcome departure for the company.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.